never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone, and that includes you. Who are you to tell me how to live life? In these times it feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I think this life could be special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel, I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level, they think that work is too stressful. I think that work is essential, the grind is all in your mental. And I don't think you understand what I'll go through just to be in control of my life soon. All the negativity, man, I'm immune. I don't really need a mask with all I've been through. I've been making changes for the ages. 5-10 year plans are contagious. I attack that shit, I'm tenacious. And if you ain't, get the fuck out of my way then. Got one life, I won't regret it. I will fight until I get it. I'll look back one day from heaven and say, damn, I learned some lessons. And say, damn, I have no questions. I had fun in every second, and the journey was a blessing, yeah. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip, and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? Strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
That's right. How you gonna move for it? I just want to know. All right, y'all. Welcome back. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Welcome back to everything that we do here. Grinding, killing it, doing the best we can. I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission to the moon, and I hope you guys are right there with me. Please don't give up. We'll be fine. I know people are worried. I never was. I never am. I'm going to tell you guys something real quick. And as I can even do some music on, I wouldn't even care. There's a whole theory behind the music. Did you guys know? I was wondering what was going down until somebody messaged me. They said, hey man, every time you play a song that's copyrighted, they ban the video in my country. So it kind of takes away from what I can't do and what I want to do whenever I'm having a good time. So I'll calm down on the copyrighted music for a little bit. We had a fun day yesterday. If you missed the show, I apologize if you're overseas. But it is what it is. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Welcome back to everything. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I'm paying attention to FTX, guys. And according to the controls that were put into place at FTX, there was no oversight. We knew that. It was a muck. It was terrible. I told you that they were laundering money from themselves through the Democratic Party, through Ukraine, right back to them, full circle. Additionally, you find out the millions of people, millions of users that put money into this bank. FTX is a bank. It's a crypto exchange. Went ahead and lost most of it. All of it. I don't know. I'm not their financier, but I know that they're suing the shit out of FTX. Good luck. Class action lawsuits. If you're all the celebrities that got paid in FTT tokens, none of whom got paid in cash. Plenty of them took their equity, took the stake of equity in the company. And did they sell off? You hope they got there to the table before anybody else did. There's a reason why I stay this way. Like, I stay low on my grind, and not that people are knocking down my doors to come ask us to be a part of their crew. I'm saying integrity-wise, you can't buy me. But these guys got bought out. So if it is Meet Kevin, if it is Matthew Kors, if it is whoever else out there pushing out FTT, FTX, now Crypto.com is getting pushed, Gemini, Genesis, Voyager, BlockFi, I can only imagine. I've been watching financial channels the whole time, and I know exactly what they've been pushing out this whole time. So nothing's been different. These guys hold no ounce of merit. And then when they all get sued in the class action lawsuit, well, hey, then you know what it is. People are going to have to shut down their channels, shut down their streams. Be very careful about what you push out on this platform. Period. In life, I ask you guys, do you even tell your friends stock tips? Do you even tell your friends and family? I always reflect back to Pepperwood Salt's interview with us. When Pep says, I couldn't even tell my friends a stock tip because they were embarrassed. I was embarrassed. He says, AMC, telling people AMC is going to the moon, explain it to people, is one of the hardest things you could ever do, because you look at it now and it's floating from $8 down to $7, and we know it'll get back down to $4. This is something that's going to happen forever. People are going to give you false hope. People are going to fill it up with lies. And what you can do due diligence. And not like Kevin O'Leary, not like Mr. Millionaire, Mr. Whatever, Mr. Wonderful, where he says, I did all the due diligence on FTX. I trust them. Sam Bankman-Fried, SBF, is the son of 2 compliance lawyers. He is the safest bet on the market I'm going to invest. This is caution to everyone. If I hold cryptocurrency right now on an exchange, I'm getting it out of there. It is November 17th, 2022. There is not a single exchange on this planet that I trust. And why? Because they're all trying to do the same thing. Just like banks. Get you to put your money in, and don't worry, it's safe. It's so safe that we have to come up with laws like the FDIC. We have to come up with these parameters of, you're good, invest in me, stake with me, I'm fully funded. We're 1-to-1 per token. Reserves are full. We've been audited. The whole world, the whole financial institutional world, whatever, of cryptocurrency right now is being audited. I told you what they're doing. They have to show proof of reserve, because it is guilty until proven innocent in cryptocurrency land. And that's all thanks to SBF. They did what they wanted to do. Allegedly, and I say allegedly, Gary Gensler and SBF were meeting numerous times on how to escape past regulations, the SEC regulations. I wouldn't be surprised if Gary Gensler was ready to get a job with SBF or at FTX. I'm so sorry, with SBF and FTX coming out when he was going to go ahead and get let go. Because just like Bernanke does with Citadel, why wouldn't you do that here? Learn how to skate past the SEC and regulations via crypto. That's exactly what they had lined up. And I'll tell you that, and I'm not afraid to say it. Oh, you don't know, Marantz. You can't say stuff like this. The hell I can't. Look at it. Look at the money. Follow the money. Now, the more and more I keep talking about this stuff, the more and more I keep talking politics, macroeconomics, and the shady shit, I know what YouTube's doing to my channel. I'm not blind. Guys, we've had steady growth in this sector for a long time, and to have -7 growth, fuck it. I don't want no new friends. I want you to know exactly what's happening. It's the truth. People will blackball you here. People will, what will they do? They put you in the back of the room. You can only do it for so long. But here's why I'm talking about banks and decentralizing your finance. Because I think about Justin Trudeau. Think outside the box. Get to Canada first. Justin Trudeau froze the bank accounts of hardworking, blue-collared truck drivers that were standing up for their own right when it came to COVID. Now, were they wrong? Absolutely not. But was the government of Canada wrong? Yes. They went in there and they froze their bank accounts to get them out of the middle of the road. Can you imagine the government having that kind of oversight and that ability to take your funds from you? When you get paid every week and you go to work, what do? You get that check and you don't feel safe until it's in the bank. Imagine how you don't feel now. You couldn't feel safe now. If your name is Kanye West and you voice your opinion, and albeit not a popular one, albeit a wrong one, I don't care what anyone says on this planet. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. Their money is their money. Their hard work is their hard work. But the fact that people can go in and shut down the bank, shut down your bank account, go ask FTX customers how they feel right now. But if you had your money in your own wallet, if you had your coins in your own wallet, if you had all your crypto over there in GameStop's wallet, is anyone going to go put the clamps on that, or is that yours? I believe it's mine. I trust GameStop. I trust Ryan Cohen. I trust Loopring. I know what's happening. This is a run. And this is a run on the institutional way that we bank. I encourage you to be cautious. I do. But you can't take it from me. Funneling money for votes, for favor, is not going to get me there. I'm going to read this chat. And I know there's going to be some clowns out here, but I'm going to deal with the clowns the way I deal with them today. I have the opportunity to reset my channel in my life to be like, you know what, guys? I'm not going to be so edgy. I'm not going to be so opinionated. I'm not going to be a jerk, as they call me. No, I'm still me. I'm still me, and I can't sugarcoat it. I've thought about it different ways. But I'm going to throw some gas on this fire. There's no way you should be in an exchange right now. There are no benefits of being in an exchange. Buy your crypto, off-ramp it to yourself, ramp it up on there. I don't care how you do it. Get it cold. You want value? There's always going to be value. From what I'm reading, FTX was selling Bitcoin that they didn't have. Numerous other coins have gone under. BlockFi, Voyager, Binance is trying to buy them? You mean to tell me I can only trust one crypto exchange? Binance? From what I can read, CZ, the CEO of Binance, that's his name. That's his abbreviated name. CZ made a decision. It was either him or it all. Basically, he has to be the one to destroy this whole thing so he can survive. It was him because FTX had money invested and vice versa. I told you, they all hold each other up with the same money. So now he's ready to buy Voyager. And he's going to come around and he's going to go ahead and buy out BlockFi. Just so they can get bigger. The bigger get bigger. This is a monopoly on the cryptocurrency markets if you have it in an exchange. I'm just letting you know. It's called weaponized banking, using the banks as your weapon. Be careful. All right. I want to talk to you guys about, well, other than the ecosystem of crypto and it's being exposed, we're going to talk about GameStop, how it's kicking ass and taking names. But of course, I'm going to have that conversation with you guys in the chat. AMC, how it's terrible and it's a fraud, and Adam Aaron admitted it today. So all you AMC investors, go read Adam Aaron's tweet. He hit it dead on the money. He spoke the truth again. He only does this about once a year. But he basically said what I've been saying. They're not going to make $1. And they already knew that. They knew that the first day Wakanda came out. They knew that the first weekend Wakanda came out. They knew that the first day that he woke up in the month of November. They're not going to make $1. It's going to get worse. He's now projecting for 2026 to try to make a profit. You guys know what happens in 2026, right? He retires. Bankruptcy. Private equity. It's over. All right. Do I get the fun stuff out now? Am I done having a good day? My creepy Freddy Krueger music? Shout out to Facebook, Meta. Resetting people's passwords. They're firing their employees. I love it. But before we start this show, I always got to pay respect to the one and the only, the real DMT. Got a new track, guys. The new DMT, real DMT. He has a new track. You guys should listen to it. It's pretty good. I don't think it's his best track because I got his best track. Remember that.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz, no advice on finance. Spin the wheel and take a chance. Get an NFT and a little education. The system got undertow, that knowledge is flotation. You wanna learn? Well, you came to right place. You pumping AMC, might get slapped in the face. Get your due diligence, know who the villain is. Don't be a sheep when the shepherd's carnivorous. So come learn, laugh, and maybe you win big. And listen up, y'all, the wheel is not rigged. Everybody get a chance in the live chat. Kyoto spin wheel, you win just like that. Retail fight back and this retail winning. Y'all just wait, man, this is just the beginning. All fellow simians, GME group singing the truth. We just chillin', infinity pool swimming. So welcome to Marantz Rantz. A lot of knowledge but no advice on finance. Don't even need pants, you can tune in naked like Henny the Mayo Man. Internet's most hated. Don't wanna lose your money, then it's time for you to listen. If you're ignorant, invest in AMC, a superstition. The stream about ready, they told us to don't dance. I do what I want. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
That's right, guys.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz.
Welcome to Marantz Rantz. Plenty of good information, a little bit of motivation, a whole lot of truth, no financial advice. I just want to thank everybody for coming on back again and again and again. We love it. That's the real DMT hitting us with the track. Welcome back to Marantz Rantz. If you're pumping AMC, you might get slapped in the face. Jesus, I see you. Jesus United Church, good morning. I know you're coming to the channel every day, and I appreciate it. Even though you're pumping your shit stock, I don't have time for it. I want to tell you guys about something that happened this morning. This is something that hit my heart this morning so hard because it made me think about something else. You know how my mind works. I get triggered. I go, welcome to the show. Here we go. And I know you guys want to watch the chart. I know GameStop's up. I see it, 27.50, feeling great. Oh, yes, we know. All right, check this out, though. Driving my little man to school today. All right, my little man's awesome. He's the youngest of 5. He's lived this life the best way he can. He finally got his own room in life like 3 years ago. But... and I only say that because he was like 10 years old. I mean, I'm telling you guys, it's not all roses over here. We're all grinding, right? But beyond that, I asked my son a question. I said, son, how does it feel? How does it feel to be the youngest of 5 and to always get everything you want? I'm curious. You don't wait for video games to come. Like when they get released, he gets it that day. My wife, she berated me the other day. She's like, why do you keep shopping for him? Every week you buy him something new, and she's like, Christmas is coming. I was like, it's all right, babe. It's Christmas every day for this dude. He's the youngest of 5. Is he the family favorite? Is he the lucky one? No, it doesn't work that way. Love my kids all the same. I can actually say that to a point This dude might be my favorite little soldier because he listens and he gets in line. Yes, sir. Boom, boom, boom. Yes, father. All that stuff. Oh, I love that stuff. But my other kids, they've grown and they figured it out. But this dude tells me something. I said, son, how does it feel to be the youngest one? And you know what he said to me? He said, Dad, I wouldn't know because it's all I've ever known. Hey, this kid is, wisdom just hit me. I said, what? He goes, well, Dad, I've never been not the youngest one, so I don't know what it would feel like to not be. And there I was like, hey, that's the instant fuck around and find out. Hey, me and mom about to have 2 more. No, my wife will probably be like, what the hell are you talking about? No, the truth is, what it was coming down to was, I thought about it in our sense was, I've never known what it's not to struggle, what it's not to grind. There are some people out there that have been lucky in life and got that silver spoon, but the 99% of us that are struggling and grinding every day, my son made me reflect and think about that. I said, well, I've never not known to get up every day and go to work. I've never not known to make sure I make it on time, because if you don't get that check, can you imagine? I'm just asking you, just ballparking it with you guys. Can you imagine to not get a paycheck? Like 1 week, the paycheck doesn't come. And it's not because of anything other than, hey, you're not getting paid this month. What would happen to your life if you missed 1 paycheck? Honestly. Now, people say, oh, I'm not paycheck to paycheck. Let me tell you, paycheck to paycheck is a mentality. And in addition to that, living paycheck to paycheck doesn't mean that it's a harder grind than the other ones. I'm just letting you know how dire it can be, but you'd be amazed at how you adapt when you miss a check. Oh, it's happened. I've had it happen to me at work. And when I was in between a job, whatever, and they were like, hey, by the way, before we can file this paperwork, you're not going to get a check for like 10 days. And I was like, huh? I was set up. I was set up financially and I was secure about it. But if you've never known the difference, I think that's the biggest positive that I can take away from my day when my son tells me this. Dad, I've never known the difference. I've always been the youngest. I don't know if it's a good thing or not. It feels great. Whatever he was saying to me. After that, I zoned him out. I was like, this little rat bastard is lucky. No, but the truth is, I love my son, but what the way it comes out is this. All of us here that have been holding GameStop for X amount of months, and we see it go up to 27.50, 28, we're going to test resistance levels or support levels after that resistance level. Like, we're going to keep grinding all the way to the top, but we haven't known any different. We've been grinding for this long. So I love it. You guys are stupid. I love you, but you guys are dumb. Get them 2 more, Marantz. That'll earn you extra income credits. What? Let me tell you something, guys. That ain't worth it. Do you know what I'm doing out here? Life is too hard already. Oh, man. But I'm going to tell you guys, there's always these guys who come out here. Dave Ramsey comes out here preaching to you when you finally read a book and you hear him and you're like 30 and you're like, okay, Dave, all right, don't live, beyond 20% of your income and don't have any bills and don't pay interest and don't have credit cards and own your cars. And I'm just like, thanks, Captain Obvious. You obviously don't live in this world. And I'm just like, okay, I hear him. It all sounds good. And for the 20 people that read his book and pay him money to get their tips, their financial tips, you're like, all right, Dave, I got you, bro. Shit. He must not date in the 90s or the 2000s. Dating was, I got to make sure I have a fresh pair of Air Force Ones, a throwback jersey, burn a disc or 2 before we go on the date, spend some money at Ben & Jerry's or Cinnabon, take her to a movie, because that's what you did back then, not now. I'm spending money. That's money I'm supposed to be investing and saving into, I don't know, whatever the hell Dave Ramsey wants people to do. I mean, even now I'm looking at him like he's fucking crazy, because I'm like, do you know what mortgage is? Do you know what it costs to live in California? Get out of here. And I agree. Don't get me wrong. His financial ideas are correct. They are. I just don't think they're probable. Like, it's not realistic in a way. Because how are you going to date a woman when you don't have... I mean, girls don't just date you. Can we just put that out there right now? I don't care how good looking you are. I don't care. They might sleep with you. Gentlemen, listen, women, you don't have this. This conversation for all the men out there. These women out here, they don't have the pressures that we have. Okay? Women age gracefully. They have a lot to offer. Men have all the pressure. I'm sorry. Don't tell me that it's sexist or whatever. There's the gender gap or whatever people are trying to tell me. I was like, not at all. There's a talent gap. I'm just serious. And I told you this, that if women could do what men do all the time, then every Fortune 500 company would hire women. They would all be women, and you would pay them 30% less, right? Because that's just what it would come out to, and you'd be a profitable company. I want to invest in the woman company. Like, it's not that. Everyone knows their pros and cons. And I'm telling you, there's some women out there that are extremely intelligent, very smart, go-getters, but there's industries that are driven based off of the brute force of what a man is. So it's not to be sexist in any way. And I'm not afraid to have these conversations. But what I'm saying is that when you're dating and you're trying to go that route, you're investing, there's ways of, hey, that woman, I'll give you this example, a woman trader. We all know Amy, and we all know who else? Miss Kathy Wood. Name some more female traders. They're far and few, right? They're far and few because people have this mindset of women don't know what to do with their money. Well, I'll tell you what, they do. They do. They spend it. They spend it well, and they want to spend yours too. And they have the ability to do it because, hey, we are protectors. We are protectors of everyone. We try to be if you have that built inside of you. But don't let somebody just paint you like that. Like, oh, like my wife tries to do it every now and then. She's like, I'm the only one who cooks and cleans. And I'm just like this. Well, I'm the only one who cuts the grass and takes out the trash and, defends this house if somebody, someone were to walk. Hey, physical security ain't cheap. Physical security ain't free. You got to feed me to be able to defend this place, damn it. I'm going to answer that door. Don't worry. I'm going to answer the door. You go back. Go ahead. 100 pounds. Get out of here. No. Hey, I love it all. I'm just joking. These are all jokes with you guys. But I'm telling you, there's an immense amount of pressure on men to perform and make money. There is. And it's built into society, the society we live in. It's no different than hunter-gathering. You want to be a hunter. You want to get some food and bring it home to your tribe. You're not there just picking the berries. There's a reason for it. And I'm sorry. It's been this way for a long time. And the pressure is you're competitive with how many people. Stacks-A-Lot sent me this amazing TikTok. Holy shit, yesterday. It was about how many people really work in America. Like how many able-bodied people when you break it down. That's the working class of America. And I was just like, holy shit, it blew my mind. 300 million people, cut it in half, women and children that don't work or that are not of age, cut that number in half. People are on disability, cut that number in half. People that are on vacation, people, cut that number. So there's only like 15 million people working in the United States every day. It was something crazy like that. It was amazing. I was like, this is crazy. But what I'm trying to tell you is this part, guys, is break all the gender stereotypes, the ageism, the sexism, just wherever you come from. I don't even care about that either. I don't want to say racism because, I honestly feel like there's no one in the GameStop community that sees people for something that they're not. We literally see each other for investors. Like, that's how I generalize. I'm like, oh, you're an investor. Great. I could give a shit who you are, what you look like. None of that matters to me. I'm just happy that you guys are in it rolling with me. So, been here for a long time. Every day is a long time. Every day you wake up, it's a long time. We've seen changes in our society. Nancy Pelosi resigned from the chairman of the House, or the Speaker of the House, I'm sorry. The chairman of the Fed, no. And Nancy's out of here, Skeletor herself. Scary looking lady. And I'm happy that the House is going after certain individuals and going to investigate. Because I'm telling you right now, guys, these tokens, these companies on cryptocurrency, what we've always thought it was, where they launder money for criminals through transactions that are unregulated, that you can, what can you do at this point? You're trying, and I said this one day and no one listened. You're trying to change the oil of a car while you're driving it, because cryptocurrency never stops. The crypto market never shuts down. The stock market goes cold on the weekends for the New York Stock Exchange. And so you'll freeze for 2 days and you come back into it. That does not happen for cryptocurrency. You're trying to fix something. She didn't resign. Hello. But she's not the Speaker of the House. Calm down. Calm down, Darth. Goodness gracious, this guy, oh, he said it. Clip it. This is further proof Marantz knows nothing about politics. Hey, my buddy, man, I have a buddy at work. He's awesome. He sends me a video that just Jesse Waters from Fox hit it dead out of the park on this shit. I'm telling you, man, he was going in on the fact that SBF's brother works for Chuck Schumer. And guys, I'm telling you, it's politically driven to the nth degree. They did this. They hired their own siblings. They funneled money to the Democrats. They paid for an election with your money. They got a president elected. 2019 to now, how much have they done? And you don't even know where the money's going. They go, oh, $60 million. That's all he gave. No, that's what they put on the books. What about what they could give it to you any other way? They could take it any other way. They could send some money to a wallet here, a money wallet here. They could donate money from a 10-prong approach. So nothing's going to change me from that. I think it's crazy. I'm going to go ahead and put this right here. This is the Discord. Why is it not letting me pin it? Oh, there it is. Never mind. Man, my eyes are tripping. My shit is like a 2-year-old. No, what did they say? Oh, man, my friend, he had the best saying. He said something like, man, I'm as real as I'm coming straight to you like a Democrat to a voting booth Dropbox or something. I don't know what the hell he said. It had me laughing. I'm going to get that joke right. I'm going to figure it out because it was good. And I told him I'll use that shit. When was Peps interviewed? I'd love to go and watch it back. I'm going to probably have to change the title to it. It's called Interviewing a GameStop Whale. And it's one of my favorite moments of my lifetime on the channel. I got to talk to Pepper with Salt. If you guys, let's do this, okay? Pepper needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one. If you guys don't know the whole story, hey, man, let's do that. I don't mind talking about it right now. So, somewhere back in last summer, everyone was pushing out AMC. You guys know it was happening. Everyone was going on it. I started up a YouTube channel back in May, and I said, hey, stay away. AMC's trash-ass company. It's terrible. It's not this. It's not that. They're lying to you. They're pumping it. It's a pump and dump. That's what it's about to be because you couldn't move it. There was battles of like 801, 801, 801. It was a battle. And all retail was saying, we did that. And I'm just like, no, you did. No, you didn't. So like my very first videos ever, I told everybody what it was. And everybody saw me and everyone said, get this FUD out of here. This guy's wrong. And come to find out, absolutely dead 100% right the whole time, which I already knew because I had been reading into it for months before I ever made a channel. And people knew that. So people were like, okay, well, he doesn't like AMC. I don't like him. But to get to Pep was invested into AMC. And I don't want to speak for him, but his boys were telling him, hey, this is the next one. This is the next one because everybody's watching Coors and Trey Collins and everybody's watching YouTubers and getting the info. And it gets you riled up. It might make you believe something. Hell, I owned AMC shares, guys. I have owned, I don't know, I sent the records to Kyoto, so he kept track of it. I probably own like 11 shares of AMC, right? I know that's not a lot to you guys. No, maybe more than that. Maybe 13, 15, somewhere in that range. It's not a lot to you guys. Me at the time, that was $150 that I didn't want to spend, okay? And if you know how cheap I am, $150 is a lot. And I was like, okay, so $150, whatever. I'm paying attention to it, but enough to know that I could pull out and make money. So Pep went out there, and Pep saw it. It shot up. It went crazy. And over time, he realized that it wasn't what everyone was making it out to be. So he caught our show one day. And I'm just paraphrasing it. He went more in detail in the interview. But he caught the show one day. And he went from one episode. He saw them all through the night. And he's like, okay, this guy's real. All right, maybe. Let me see if I can trust this guy. Right? Me. And so I come out with some more information. And at the time, Pepper was DMing me. He would send me a screenshot and it would show like bought 2 shares on Webull, right? And I was like, oh, congratulations, you got 2 whole shares. Awesome, that's awesome. Hey, welcome to the dance, welcome to the party. Then the next day, I got 2 more. The next day, I got 10. Next day, I got 40. And I was like, oh, damn, he went all in. 40 shares, he went all in. And he was like, all right. So then one day, somewhere down the road, I had this buddy at work. This guy walked up to me and he goes, Marantz, there's a stock I want you to buy. He said, I want you to buy CRVS. and it was a pharmaceutical stock, right? No idea what the hell it is. I don't know anything about it. He said, I want you to buy it. So I came onto the channel and I did the worst thing I could ever do. I told everybody. I said, guys, I'm buying. All right, we're back. Bro, okay, we're back. Thank you. So I'm buying CRVS and I'm telling everybody I'm buying it and people are paying attention. And craziest shit happens. I go to Ralph and I go in there and I say, Ralph, and this is Ralph Castaneda, another YouTuber that I used to pair up with at the time. We used to talk out stuff. He used to have a show in the morning. I would go on right after him. But Ralph's a good buddy to the show. Everybody knows that. We communicate. So Ralph was like, hey, I don't see it. This doesn't look like a good buy. Robert Brown, another contributor to the channel, goes, it's not a good buy. I was like, okay. And then 2 weeks later, it went from $1.30 all the way up to like $9, $10 a share. It increased 10 times its value. Did I take the ride the whole way? No, but some people did. Obviously, I only take like 50%, 30% gains whenever it's not my two mainstays. But I took the money out and everybody was, and so I was on the show and I was bragging. Like, that's right. We got it right. Everybody. And they're like, how did you know? How did you know? How did you see that? It was like a 1 day pump, like a 2 day pump. It was crazy. And I didn't know how it happened because I did zero homework. I just took a stock tip from a guy and I went and did it. So he peppered me with messages. And he's like, you're no different than these other guys. You're just pumping stocks. And yeah, so you hit one. It doesn't mean anything just because you hit one. And, he let it in on me. He did not take it light on me. And I said, hey, Pep, listen, man, I've never wavered from GameStop. I'm not going to. That was a one-time thing where I was like, okay, look at this. And he was absolutely right. I don't need to pump up programs. I don't need to pump up other stocks and or, these affiliates that ask you to pump up their app. When Moo hit me up, I was disgusted. When Webull sends it, I was like, whatever. Like whoever, all the big apps that you think are out there, FTX did not approach me. I'm too small for FTX, apparently. But that's what she said. But all these guys approach you and you go, okay, I'm not going to build my channel that way. Like, I'm not going to do it that way because that's not who I am. And I respected Pep for calling me out. And we were adults about it. And we weren't children throwing mud in the streets. We literally sat there, boom. So Pep and I, mutual respect. Here we go. So over the next course of a year, Pep's watching every day. Everyone's watching every day. We're all talking. We're going over the stock. We're living it. We eat, sleep, and breathing it. And the stock announces a split, which I had called for a year before. I say, hey guys, we're going to split. And when we do, it's going to be great. And then when we get to the S&P 500, that's our next step. Like, I have steps for it, right? I said, we're going to split S&P 500, then we rock. Like, we really get rolling at that point. So, and people know this. I've said this over the videos over the years, and it's never been wrong so far because it's still going. But Pep contacted me, and he told me a little bit about his story, like who he is and where he comes from and everything. And there was a trust built there. And then Pep says, Marantz, I love the channel and I want to help you. I was like, okay. Like, how can we help? He says, hey, we don't need to grow it to the extent where, like, yes, we want the whole world to see us and be here with us. But Pep says that would help GameStop as well. Yes, but let's reward the people who've been here for the whole year. So we did a giveaway for the annual shareholders meeting back in June, which feels like 2 years ago, guys, by the way. But we did a giveaway. We gave away $1,000 in NFT or in GameStop gift cards. We gave away some consoles, a lot of stuff from GameStop, all GameStop gifts. And everyone here in the channel probably won something, like a lot of people did. And that was all thanks to Pepper with Salt. He sponsored that. And then he gave me his story, man. And his story was blissful. And there's other parts of the story that you guys don't know that have happened since that I don't share because we're private on that. But I want to tell it to you like this. There's more to it than just, hey, here's a nice guy. Here's a GameStop whale. There's more to it than that. And why do I say he's a GameStop whale? Well, he disclosed that he has 1,000 shares. This is pre-split for each of his grandkids and his own kids. And then his own amount of shares that he has for himself. And we didn't go into detail. We don't pry that deep. But I will tell you, to have one share makes you a GameStop well in my heart. So I just know that I have the right guy in my corner. I have you guys. But if you ever want to know the story of Pepperwood Salt and the way he used to play basketball in 1974 in Indiana, 1974 was the year Larry Bird went to. He actually went to Indiana Hoosiers for 24 days. 24, Kobe Bryant. Yeah, great number. And then he dropped out of school and became like a grocery store clerk. And then he went to Indiana State and went on to become one of the greatest college basketball players of all time, as well as the third best basketball player in the history of the NBA. And I know that sounds crazy to some people because they don't know how great Larry Bird was. But it reminds me of the fact that there are people like Peppered out there that know a lot about Indiana basketball, that love basketball. And then, that we all have like mutual interests. Like, it's kind of crazy that we all end up here in this space. So the best small forward of all time. Absolutely. Way better than LeBron James. It's not even up for debate. And I'm tired of it. So LeBron's not a winner. And the only time he's ever won is when he went and stole a championship or two. Larry did it with his guys, even against Magic in the era that it was. And even beating up on Jordan, even facing the Pistons like they did. And I know Isaiah Thomas is like the third best point guard ever. Yes, he's up there. But I saw a stat today about John Stockton. John Stockton played like 20 years, whatever he played, and he played every game every year. He didn't miss a game. Like, it was crazy. LeBron's missed 155 games in his career. That's 2 seasons. Don't get me started, man. Larry was something different, bro. Anyway, back to Peppered. I don't know, Pep. I'm sorry I got off on Larry Legend there. I know we were talking about your story. No, man, let me tell you something. The stuff that Pep's been going through these last 6 months has been awesome. That he's always on the right side of things, and he's always on the positive, and he's always sent me a timely message when I needed it. And that's like a lot of you guys. I get messages from you guys, and I know some of you guys know who you are. And man, the messages you guys send me are awesome. People would be like, "Yo, Marantz, just want to remind you that every time you show up, I show up, and it gives me something to do when I'm at work, and it gets me through my day. I'm looking for my fix and whatever." And yeah, we rant, we have a good time, but it's fun to watch the stock. It's fun to have a good time. So let me give you a stock update really quick, guys, and then we'll go on to more talking like we're going to do in a minute. So the first stock update right here is GameStop kicking ass today, $27.39 per share, up almost 1%, 1.5 million shares traded back and forth. Will not hit 3 million shares traded today. That means not even 1% of volume. To have the stock move the way it does with no volume whatsoever tells you that price discovery on the increase is magnificent. That if you saw an influx in volume whatsoever, where it's to the moon. What are people waiting on? Well, what are they not waiting on? I'll explain. The economy is trash. This administration has driven it to the ground. You are going to live through the worst 2023 of your lifetime. And why? Because Republicans are in the House. I mean, it's that simple. If Republicans took over the House, they want to show you that this country can't run with them in charge. And so it's going to go ahead and tank it. I think they're going to tank the market. They're going to tank the way you live. And I'm nervous. I am. Because I know what it is. I know how this works. This world is evil. And I would just tell it to you like this. Something that I talked to my wife about the other night. There is nothing to be ashamed of. There's nothing to be scared of. You guys out there that are trying to balance your checkbooks, trying to live life, trying to grind for the extras, find it. Drill back. You don't need Hulu, Prime, Netflix, Peacock, Disney. You don't need all of them on top of your cable channel. Pick one. How often do you really watch TV? When you're going to go buy a house, do you need a pool? How many times are you going to go swimming in that pool? Are your kids old enough? They're too old. They're not even going to go. The weather's cold. You got to pay for a pool, man, even though you're not using the pool. Like, you only use it twice a year during the birthdays that you have a party at your house. I mean, there's a lot of expenses involved. Like, I think about everything when you say, hey, we're going to go to this concert. Like, oh, we got free tickets. Really? What are you paying for? Parking, food after the night out, gas to get there. Like, I think about I don't want to do shit. And that's what's happening with this market. People are counting every penny, even the rich. And they're saying, I'm not putting money in anywhere. Because we don't know if this is the bottom. And even if it is, you don't care if you miss the bottom. You just don't want to miss the top. So a lot of us that are buying right now, that are holding at these prices, you could get discouraged, but I don't get discouraged. I woke up today and I watched the S&P 500 report back that it was at 3,900 points. And I'm old enough to remember when it was at 4,700 points in January. That's right. January. If in January you would have told me it was 47, 4,800, whatever the hell it was back then, 4,600. If you would have said, Marantz, by November, by your 40th birthday, that market's going to be at 3,900, I'd have been like, hell no, that means we must have had a big-ass crash. No crash. Slow, easy grind. Slow, easy grind to the bottom. It's even been lower than it is today, but I'm just saying. Like, you're finding it. You're finding you're getting your sea legs, right? Like a little toddler. Say, oh yeah, man. Looks like a deer, a baby deer running through here, just stamping all over the place. That's us right now. And these guys who have mega money, these baby boomers who are now cashing out, are going to bottom the market for a little while. But innovation will build it back. We will build back better. No. Don't ever let me quote these goddamn guys. I just want you to know that it's just a balancing act. We're going to get there. Only thing I'm trying to cut out right now is some damn guitars. Let me tell you something, Stacks. You sent me a picture of how many guitars your pops had. Well, when is one enough? Like, that's ridiculous, bro. This guy sent me a picture. There must be 50 guitars in that picture. You can't get me. You jam Stacks. Yeah, I don't know if he does, but his pops did. Lowest volume ever, pretty close. It's pretty close. I got keyboards, dude. Let's make music, bro. Oh, man, you guys are too much for me. Build back best ever. Hey, I had a conversation last night. Nah, I won't check that out, Kitchen Life. I don't check out other stocks like that. This is not the channel for that. I'm sorry, man. I love you. No disrespect to you, Kitchen Life. None at all. I know other people will check it out. But I just took down a studio I had. There you go. What happened last night was I had a friend of mine. I can call her a friend. She's been very nice to me. And she goes, hey. I go, hey, did you hear Trump's running again? And she goes, oh, yeah. It was like that. And I was like, well, listen, you and I are really good friends. We get along. We're cordial. So I'm just going to tell you now, this is the year Trumpers are not going to be quiet. They're not afraid to say they are a Trump supporter. And if you're not, it shouldn't be so decisive. It shouldn't be divisive. It should just be we agree to disagree. And I actually got her to agree to that. Because she really likes me as a person, like as a guy. She's like, hey, you're a good dude. Like, I know it. And you're a Trumper. I can't believe it. I said, yeah, because not all Trumpers are assholes. We can be, but we're not. So I hate it when they paint you with a broad brush and they're like, oh, this is who you are. No, what I believe in or what I vote for shouldn't matter to anyone or anything. It's not going to tell you the merit of my character. So it's just that way. Trump 2024. Yeah, it'll happen. It'll happen. The election will happen. I'm not saying he's going to win, but election will happen. What can you do? Do the best you can. Sorry to offend people, but Trump wasn't the monster the media shaped him up to be. Oh, that's true. You are, though, buddy. Monster, buddy. No, it's just not even that. I mean, I think I told Almo this. I said, I would vote for Marco Rubio. I would vote for Ron DeSantis. I would vote for, give me one. I mean, I voted for Mitt Romney. right? I almost voted for I did vote for McCain, which I wish I didn't. But it's whatever. I believe in the principles of it, because the presidency is not a person; it's an institution. It's a group of people, as you can clearly see. But it's cool, bro. I just don't ever let that take over what you guys think of a person. That's my point. People get thrown off by that. Best U.S. president, JFK. I mean, that's kind of misleading because he wasn't a president for a full term, and he had enough foreign policy mistakes that you wouldn't clarify that. You wouldn't classify him as that. Not even close. Not even close. Yeah, I couldn't do it. JFK's not the best president ever. I'd vote for Marantz. It'd be my first time ever participating in that nonsense. Stacks. Yeah. Ronald Reagan was pretty good. And that's just the way it's been. Andrew Jackson, no debate. You guys are just too much for me now. Noticing agent. Oh, here we go. For the FTX bankruptcy, filed their application a few minutes ago. Prime clerk? Is that what you said? Is that Kroll? They now have a site for FTX mirroring the court doc for free. Oh, well, then we'll have to check that out. It's right there. JFK was a playboy. Who wouldn't be? You're the president, man. Ask Billy Clinton. Monica Lewinsky was saying hello. Yeah, multiple frauds. 8 BKs, 27 sexual assaults. Trump, a classy guy. Parasite. It's crazy. It's crazy. What do BKs have to do with how respectful somebody is? Somebody fails at business, or somebody just has a great idea or thinks they do and it doesn't work. You can't get too bad at that. I know guys who, oh man, he's a con man. Okay, well, guess what he did for the country? He ran it pretty well. Honestly. I just leveled up my Gods Unchained deck, trying to collect them all. RP. There you go. Jackson took down the banks, though. Got shot and kept going. I bet SBF does no jail time. Mike Lang, I think he does. I think he will do. Or I think he folds. I think he rolls over and just exposes everything and everyone. But I think he actually does jail time. I think someone's gonna try him. I don't know what crime it's gonna be, but at some point he's had to have lied to Congress, or he's done something, and they have it on tape. They have this dude. It's just too much. Epstein thought the same thing, bro. Ted Roosevelt did some really neat things in this period. Trump is General Patton. Financial genius. Well, Parasite, let me ask you, man. Would you ask him for a loan, or is he going to ask you? You guys are all wrong. Lincoln was the best president. No, man. No, it was not. Why would a con man wake up the masses? Thank you. Credit Suisse to sell majority of securitized products grouped to Apollo. Oh, man. That means Credit Suisse is not doing good, because Apollo is a distressed credit investor. Funny, their name is Credit. That doesn't look good. That doesn't look good to me. That doesn't sound good. Vote for Pedro. In a real jail. Yeah, he probably won't do time in a real jail. No, not at all. He's out shopping right now. They got him they took a picture of him just a little while ago. He's shopping in the Bahamas. Well, oh, God. Sorry, guys. I was checking out Jackson Hunter. You guys caught me right here. 120 days in. Hey, Jackson. 120 days in. I'm sorry, bro. I can't tell the difference. Do you work out every day or once a month? 120 days in. I'm sorry, bro. One, you're not flexing. One, you are flexing. Give me the 2 pictures of you not flexing, and then you'll see some difference, or maybe you won't. My cats are talking to me. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Somebody, Ethercraft. Who is Ethercraft? Who is this? Somebody random just start following me. I don't even know who they are. Minecraft, Ethercraft. All right. Bro, I don't know. I want to get to my page. Oh, is that Dizzy? I knew that was Dizzy. What's up, Diz? Show the world who you are. Nice to meet you. I'm Dizzy. This is Dizzy, guys, from the channel, if you guys want to know. I don't understand her shirt. DNA damage matter sucks? I don't know. I don't know the shirt. I always check out the background of the picture, bro. She has a camera that's worth a lot of money. She got a little rice maker. Come on, Dizzy. Make some food. And nothing in the background here. Now, there's Dizzy. She's doing her profile pictures, bro. We love Dizzy. Fan of Dizzy on the show. That guy's ugly. Here we go. FTX held 0 Bitcoin. They were selling fake Bitcoin. Take Bitcoin off of your exchanges. That's what somebody just told you right now. But yeah, it's going to come out because the new FTX CEO, the one who was in charge of the bankruptcy for Enron, he now says this about the controls. Remember what I told you? He said, he helped oversee the biggest bankruptcies ever. He said this is the worst he's ever seen. He's never seen anything as bad as FTX. Yep. Crypto lender BlockFi took a $250 million loan in FTX native token, FTT. What did I tell you? They're all doing the same thing. It is gross. Gross. Now, Adam Aaron. Let's talk it out. Let's do it in real time. This is Adam Aaron's tweet. It says, as euphoric as we all are about Black Panther 2 and Avatar 2, to end the year on a high note, I want the record to be clear, absolutely clear. In 2022, moviegoing still has been below pre-pandemic levels, down about a third. But we now expect we'll see a considerable growth in 2023 over 2022. You're going to see a considerable amount of growth. Well, it's not hard to grow when you're down, and you're going to stay down. And what's a considerable amount of growth? They already said they'd be profitable. They're going to make it. They've already adjusted all their debt. People do not understand. They are doing the song and dance again and again and again. On the fourth quarter of 2020, on the earnings call, guys, I have it. I've listened to it myself 100 times. Adam Aaron said, we've sold and diluted enough stock to survive this pandemic. We made it. He said that in 2020. The minute that quarter ended, he proceeded to sell off all of his shares, dilute the float even more, develop Ape, give you more hopium, tell you we're going to keep surviving, we're going to keep thriving, and now it's 2023 that we're going to have to see 3 years later, and you still will see no profits. You're going to lose. I blindly short AMC every day. It rarely lets me down. OnlyFans and GME start a Smash Bros. Tournament. I don't want to know what the hell's going down right here. Gross, I'd rather not talk about the snake. Oh my God. Okay, well then we won't talk about him. Does Dizzy do OnlyFans? Don't disrespect Dizzy here, because it's not going to work out for you. That would be value for GameStop. There you go. Yeah. Well, there you guys go. We're going to give you more now. All right. Here you guys go. Moment of truth. I'm going to show you this video. I'm going to show you a video. Groundbreaking. Arizona. Let's do it.
Declined the debate. You know, I consider someone's vote.
We'll start it over. don't understand. But I hope you do. I don't agree with mail-in balloting, the vote, about the ballot being done that way. The voting ballot shouldn't be going through the mail or these drop boxes. The fact that people are taking pictures of multiple 5 envelopes, 4 envelopes at a time, that's just crazy to me. I get 1 envelope. And even though they mail it to me, watch this. I go in and I do it on site, right? What if you go do it on site and you mail in the vote? They count both? Yeah. So your vote doesn't matter. What matters is who's counting the vote. Disrespecting the Ram. I don't even know. I didn't watch the Cars, guys. You guys are hilarious. Oh, man. Unfounded claims. No, it's not illegal to mail people's vote. But you just tell me why every single one of them was mailing people's votes. It would be like me, Kyoto. I'm going to tell you, man. It'd be like me taking 5 envelopes that come to my house. Do 5 envelopes come out? No, there's 3 that come to my house. But imagine me taking all 3 and I fill it all out and I vote for everybody. Like, they don't even vote themselves. Like, I don't know how to stop this. Well, I do. But remember that states and their governors are the ones who are in charge of the votes. So it's just too much, man. It's too much, this life we're living. This is why stacks don't get involved, man. Those were all Kerry Lake votes. If I'm wrong. Oh, man. Hey, touche, Parasite. Touche. Total fraud. I told you. No, I don't think it's Kerry Lake votes. I think the individual in charge of the elections knows exactly what they're doing. And that is Hobbs. So, it's just too much, man. Stop asking questions. You know you're not allowed to ask questions. So rigged was not a meme. No. Where are those license plates? Well, in the state of Arizona, you don't have to have a license plate on the front of the vehicle. In the state of California, you do, though. LOL, Kyoto, silly me asking these silly questions. This is a business as usual. The election that the HRC lost is the one I'm curious about. Yeah, I mean, I'm curious about all of it. It blows my mind, man. I got to deal with finance. I got to deal with rigged elections, and I've got to deal with YouTube just suppressing my voice. So yeah, I'm up against it, and I still show up every day. Do the best I can. It's a perfect crime. Military is the only way. Monstar. Too many Americans living under a rock for it to stop. Raider Bro, too many Americans not caring enough. They don't care enough. They're worried about paying their bills or getting a tank of gas or buying a 40. I don't know. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Harry Lake looks cute. Nice nice facial structure. I told you, Justin, she got the best cheekbones and hair, and she got it all, man. Red no longer. About small government and budget. Okay, well, there you go. Got to use a blockchain voting system. Kitchen life, that would be pretty cool. Here in Japan, we have to show ID. Pretty sure that would solve it. Yeah, Kyoto, I had a dude, he's from Bulgaria, and he's an investor. He owns GameStop too. It's awesome. We used to work together. We don't work together anymore. And he tells me, he comes to me on election day. He comes and he sees me, he goes, "Hey, Marantz, I got to tell you something." I was like, "Yeah, what's up?" He goes, "I went to vote today." And I was like, "Yeah, you did?" And he's from Bulgaria. Okay, guys? He goes, "I went to vote. They didn't even ask me for my ID. They just gave me a chart and they said, fill it out." He's like, "I have a feeling I could have went to any voting booth and voted." He's talking about all the other places you can vote, all the polls. I go, "Really? They didn't even ask you for your ID?" He goes, "Nope. They just gave me the chart and I walked in and I voted." I'm like, I don't even think he's an American citizen. I don't know what the hell's going on. Convenient for Arizona. Texas, Arizona, and other southern states let you, you don't need a front license plate. Well, there you go. Kiddo, just send me a load of the NFTs. Love you guys from the UK. Raymond, you're welcome. Just join the Discord. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Free NFTs all day long. I have more to give. We just have a lot. Why not also require that at least people include a photo in their ID? Yeah. Either that or do your Costco card. They have a photo on their IDs. A library card. Photo ID is racist. Man, Beats, it's just too much for me. Oh, you guys, man. Oh my God. There's so many rules to follow in this world. Like, we all have to be politically correct, and you got to be woke, and it's just too much. Oh, that's why hey, people are afraid to have an open mic. People are afraid to have a hot mic in front of them. What might you say? You're live right now in front of 100 people. What might you say? Who knows? It's online forever. What might you say? Who cares? Let's do it. Thank you again, my friend. You're welcome. Handing the wins to blue. Yep. No ID here, Kyoto. Democrats think it's too hard for people to get an ID. They call it voter suppression. That is crazy. And I know. Herschel Walker wants to be a werewolf. I don't even know what that means. But that would solve it. They don't want to do that. No, they don't want that. Real voter registration? Never. I don't even think COVID is real. You're talking about, am I allowed to say that? I'm so sorry, guys. We were talking about the video that is cohabited. Yeah. You're not the only one, but whatever. Remember, guys, without Bitcoin, there is no blockchain. They are one and the same. That is not true. There are other blockchains, but that's just that. They can, but it's hard. So hard. 3 stock lunch. They want me to pay attention to Netflix? Netflix up 296 right now. Pretty damn good run from the 160 it hit on the low this year. Macy's, I don't even know how these stocks are green right now. It's ridiculous. Huh. Bitcoin's up, guys. $82. I mean, it's down. That's what that means. By the way, crypto's going to keep falling. I did say that, right? It's going to keep coming. Just wait till these bankruptcy announcements come out and the word gets out. There was a run on Genesis tokens yesterday, and Genesis ran, and I believe they took out almost like $400 million of the token out of the market. People are off-ramping their crypto. They're just doing it one crypto at a time, so things are losing value across the board. And when you start doing that, well, then what are they really propped up on? I saw Robinhood's popped up on Shiba Inu, or somebody is like that. I forget who. Maybe it's Crypto.com. Somebody's propped up on Shiba Inu. I was like, how? Like that shit. Now you know why I pumped that one time. It's just crazy. It used to be called the flu season. Yeah. Wu-Tang, I have no idea what that means. Because I'm not a Wu-Tang guy. I really want Pepper's NFT with all our names on it. Rick James, I believe Kyoto has them. So you got to just send it to him on the Discord and ask. I gave him a whole stack of it. That's what they said. ID is racist because black people don't know where to get them. That's ridiculous too. That is ridiculous hot this year. Can I tell you something? I'm going to give you guys the example. If somebody has qualifications and or the ability and they get paid to do something, do you then deem them not qualified to do it? Do you pay them less than you would? How can I explain like what I'm trying to say? It's like if you had a forklift operator, right? The guy drives a forklift. He's been trained and certified to drive a forklift, but he's not as good as the other forklift drivers. Do you pay him less? Do you say, or do you pay them all the same because they're all certified and they're all certified. So he shouldn't be making the mistakes that he would make because he's not as experienced or he's not as good. And I'm just saying it to the point where they say, like, you don't know where to get an ID. Everyone has the ability to get an ID. Go educate yourself and get down there and get it. There is no reason for people to have without. Like, if you didn't educate yourself, it's your own damn fault. Your own reasons. It got nothing to do with me. But yeah, I want to elect people. Sure. Get down to the voting booth. I talked to somebody. No, I don't vote. I don't do that. I understand why Stacks doesn't do it. He's educated on it. He has an opinion. These dudes are like, I don't know where to go. Where do I go? I'm like, never mind. Drive around town, man. Make a phone call. I said, give me the 411. I told this to some of my new employees. Hey, can you guys give me the 411 on that? They said, the 411? What does that mean? I don't know. What time is it? Why don't you call for the time? These punks. These kids, this generation gap that we have. It's ridiculous. I don't know how it happened. I don't know when it happened. That made me a tough guy because I grew up without the internet and cell phones. And they became the little nosy brat like Data Zero. Yeah, Marantz Rantz is a clown. He just told me all the facts, and I don't know how to interpret that. I'm rage quitting right now. Mom, meatloaf. I don't know what the hell went down. Black people don't drive cars. What the hell? What the hell? Kyoto, is this racist? You can have an ID without having a driver's license. They're two different things. This is crazy, man. Hot this year in Kyoto having a knockout, drag out talk. I love this. Hot this year told him it's racist to get IDs, and Kyoto thinks it's racist to drive cars. No, I'm joking, guys. This is all jokes. This is not real. Relax. No, you're not allowed to say that. Thank you. Somebody said it. Oh, you guys are making me die laughing right now. Shit, Kyoto. See, even Stacks is laughing. Oh, we have to show ID when you have to go to the polls that you are registered in. Oh, how dare you? Yep, California, you just have to show up to the voting booth. Crazy. I had no idea the whole time I show up, and I'm here to vote, and I show them my ID. I don't know anything about that. Bitcoin was the first blockchain, Marantz. Oh, I'm aware of that, Garcia, but I'm not saying it's the only one. Do not anger the YouTube algorithm. I did that a long time ago. Bitcoin at 10K, yeah, I believe. You called him, Rantz. I remember. Yeah, I know. Honestly, it seems more racist to imply that black people don't know how to get an ID. Hey, this shit is wild, man. How did my show go this route? What the hell's going on? Yeah, you're also supposed to ignore the juicy irony dripping off of it. Yes. It'll pause for a while, about 12 and a half and 14. But yeah, probably 10K or less in 23. Everyone knew how to get their stimulus, just saying. Ruben, shit! Ruben's out here just, hey, and Ruben's the dude in the background. Oh, hey! Like, I can't even explain it to you guys. You guys have like a hype man? I told this to Almo this morning. I said, Almo, you know how many dumb ideas I get like throughout my day? Like, I get people in here, like in my messages, okay? People write me and they go, hey, Marantz, we should, they go like this. Time to make a move. This is how it always starts. Time to make a move. Ready to make some money off this? All right, we're going to push out these NFTs. You're going to be an ambassador. We're going to get this channel rolling. We're going to monetize. And I'm just like, who the fuck is this? Who are you? Did I ask to be saved? Like, what are you talking about? Oh, I got a whole t-shirt program. We're going to sell coffee mugs, picture frames. We're going to do it. Pennants, pins. And I'm just like, Marantz, just think about it. There's going to be Marantz cups and software and silverware. Software and silverware. It's all going to work. They could download a new backdrop on the screen. So these guys come. I'm like, man, this guy ain't no different than the dudes I grew up with. I used to grow up with the dude down the street. You guys want story time? You guys okay with story time? This is the honest truth. So I grew up down the street from a guy. Now I'm going to give you the background on it. My father was a DJ, still is. He's a DJ my whole life. Nightclubs, the hottest DJ out here, won Battle of the DJs like 3 years in a row, has gold records on his wall, all this shit. My pops is real, right? 45 years DJing. And I'm like, all right, pops, everybody wants to hire him back in the day. Yo, we got to hire your dad. We got to hire your dad. I was like, yeah, I know. Well, guess what? I'm 10 years old. I ain't got no influence over my pops and what he's doing. But my pops was running the casino nightclubs, and he was running the bowling alley nightclubs. He had his own nightclub, and he had, like, honestly, over my lifetime growing up, probably like 10 different nightclubs growing up. We were in and out of all of them. And you were little kids going to these nightclubs. Like, you'd walk in, grown adults, girls dancing around, showing, the nonsense, lifting up the skirts and doing all the nonsense. No, but guess what? It was different because there was a dude down our street who was always like, yo, your pops got it, man. This dude was in high school. But when he went from high school to the 20s and 21 and 19 and all that, they were all about house parties because that's what it was back then. You had to know a friend who was a DJ to get the party popping. So he would go like this. Hey, yo, check this out, man. I'm going to have a party and I need your pops to DJ it, all right? So you tell him. And I'm like, hey, yo, his name is Manuel. I'm going to say his damn name right now. I don't care. So we used to call him Manuel. Name's Monkey Manuel. He's a big ass dude. That's the only dude that ever looked like a monkey or an ape that I would call a monkey or an ape. He actually looks like Donkey Kong. I swear to God, Monkey Manuel. So he looks just like DK from Nintendo 64 games. Big ass belly out to here. Bro, we're in high school. We got a belly out to here. Smells like shit all the time because I don't know if he knew how to wipe his ass, but Monkey Manuel, he's my dude. Whatever. Hey, Monk, you know what's up, bro. So anyway, he's down at the end of the block, the street like this. This dude stood outside his house. I don't know who does this shit other than my cousins, but this dude stands there like this at the corner, just like this, looking up and down the block like he represents the block. You're not the mayor. You don't represent this city or this neighborhood, this street. And he like this, just like this, like posted up on the block, looking out. He wouldn't bust a grape in a fruit fight. This dude, he's not nothing. He's just like this. Hey, the twins, come here, twins. And me and Rico were walking by. We're like, yeah, what's up, Manuel? What's up, monkey? He's like, hey, I need you to tell your dad. I need you to go down there and tell your dad I got a gig for him. I'm like, yeah, you know, he DJs every weekend at the club. You know, he runs the club and he gets paid, and you know, that's what he does for a living. No, I need him to take a night off at the club because I know what he gets paid at the club. But let me tell you something, man. That $800 a night, that ain't it. I'm going to tell you right now, I got 5 DJs, 3 kegs, all the people coming. We rent out a warehouse. We're going to get this popping. That's what these crypto dudes remind me of every time they say we need to push out this crypto shit to people. The dude in the neighborhood with the idea like this, he like, hey, so let him know, all right? I'll be right here. Tell me what he says. What? Hey, Pops, Monkey did it again, man. He got a party going this weekend. He wants to know if you're going to DJ. My pops would look at me and go like this. Hey, I'm busy. Shut the door. He would ignore the shit out of us. Hey, these kids had ideas, these neighborhood kids. And shout out to Monkey, man. He's still around. I still see him every now and then. If anybody knows who I'm talking about in the chat, I apologize if you guys know who Monkey is. Some people know, some local people here on the channel. No, you get people like that in your life, okay? Cousins, uncles, nephews, friends, best friends. They always have that idea of how to make money off of the group, off of the people, off of the vibe. Selling t-shirts outside the courthouse when OJ's guilty. Doing anything they can to grift. And I'm just telling you this stuff because when I'm out here in this space and people are, we got a way to monetize, we got a way to do this, do that. I'm like, shut your ass up, bro. How about I go back to work and you go to work and we do that? Why the hell do we have to have a party? Why the hell do we have to have a gathering or get together? Stay away from these vultures, guys. They're out there. You just got to dodge these landmines. The first landmine is any female trying to get you to take her out somewhere. Let me tell you, that's the first one. I'm trying to teach you guys how to save some money. You guys want there? I'll give you some financial advice. Financial advice coming. Stock tips next on Marantz Rantz. First financial advice. If a girl's not willing to just go to Subway, get a sandwich, and come back, she ain't the one. She ain't the one. Yeah, you guys can go to fancy dinners. You can do all that stuff. I'm telling you, when it's your anniversary, when it's a special birthday, maybe even then. My 40th birthday was here. My wife made me tacos at home. Thank you. Best meal ever. Drop the mic. Marantz, how are you in the first place with the lowest points against? Set yourself a cupcake schedule. Here we go. It's rigged. Are you talking about my fantasy football? You talking about my fantasy football? Bro, I'll slap the taste out your mouth. First off, I play up to my competition every week. And it's not about how many points they score up against the scrubs. I'm in there winning. How old are you, Marantz? I'm 40, Kitchen. Damn, it sounds different. Sounds weird. Oh, man, I thought about it the other day. I was right there looking in the mirror. I was looking in the mirror, putting on my contacts, and I was like, man, I'm 40. And then I go, what was I doing when I was 20? Oh, that's right. I was a fool. I was acting a fool. So I have 20 more years till I'm 60. And then the next 10 years are very crucial to me to make it to 70. It is very crucial in my plan in life to work till I'm 70. No one wants to do that. There's not a single soul here that's going to say, I want to work till I'm 70. I do. I want to work till I'm 70. I love what I do for a living, but I have financial responsibility to my children to work till I'm 70. We bought a house this year that this house will not be paid off until I'm 70. I'm not going to leave it to them to pay for it. I will gladly pay for it. So I'm going to work for the next 30 years. And I won't hear no shit from nobody. I'm not going to wake up tired one day that I don't want to go to work. I'm still going to show up. That's how it is. So that's what's going down. So tell that to them. 40, middle life crisis. A midlife crisis? I haven't had a midlife crisis. No, I don't think it's possible for me. I'll just be honest with you. Couple of reasons why I don't need to retire early and or life is too short. I saw my mom retire. My mom retired at 40. God, she must have been 48. And my dad retired at 44. I'm pretty sure he was 44. It was, 15 years ago. No, 10 years ago. So my dad was probably 49. So my mom was 48. My dad was 49 when they retired. Don't have to work another day in their lives. They're going to be okay. And my mom was home for a little bit. She volunteered for American Cancer Society. And then they hired her and started paying her. And she's like, now it's a job again. It's not a volunteer thing. Because she was so good, they were like, we want to hire you. And she was like, like, I already ran a company for years. I don't want to do this. And so my mom, but she reluctantly said yes, because fight cancer now. Cancer sucks. Fuck cancer. Yes. Took away too many people's lives in my lifetime. Everyone else has been affected by cancer. And you never stop fighting cancer. So my mom was all about it. And she went ahead and got a new career out of it. And then it was like, I don't want to do this. And I told her I want to retire. And she felt like she was going to let people down. But my point is, my mom had started another career. She started another career after she retired because too much time on her hands. Too much time. My dad, a little different. My dad has always been a hustler. So even though he retired from his everyday job, what he did this time around is, this is my best part of I envy him to this point. He was in the construction field for a long time. And I've talked to Stacks about this. He's a finished carpenter my whole life. But we were the ones working when we were in high school. We were the ones working when we were growing up. We were the ones kicking in doors, doing the baseboard, doing shelf and pole, doing closets, all you want to name it. And it's all like track homes. So you just go there, you show up and you kick in like 16 doors and call it a day. But you learn how to do French doors. You learn how to do the fire doors. You learn how to do, gates and everything you can imagine growing up. My dad made sure we worked, and he never paid us. Never paid us. Because he didn't want us to get used to the money that comes with construction, because then we would have stood out there working. Now, mind you, we have the ability to go out there today. If I didn't have a job, I'd have a job tomorrow. I'd be out there working. Just what it is, doing the damn job. But my pops taught me a lot in life, going to work. He taught us how to get there early, set up, why we do the things we do, based off of where the sun is located, based off of like when the painters are coming in. Like, you knew how to plan out your day and your time management, and then of course work. And then by that time, 3:30, you get home, and just because you're home, we still got more to do. Like, it was like, I almost felt like a farmer, man. I was just working all damn day growing up, but it taught me a lot. It taught me I got to go to work every day. So I do the same for my kids. My kids see me go to work every day. It's a prideful moment. I do not want to be there saying, I'm not going to work today. I called out. Hell with that. I ain't going in. What kind of example would I be? Life is not too short. Life is plenty long for what I'm doing. But if I didn't work, here's my point about my dad. He now, because he retired, he now gets called specialized stuff to do. Like, they want him to do stuff, right? But he was in charge of like the whole company. And now he's like, now when they call me up for stuff, let's just say they want him to go do some doors, right? Somebody can't come through and they want to have him do some doors. And it's the middle of summer, and my dad doesn't want to work at 120 degrees. You know what he'll do? He'll quote them so high that they'll say no. So that's his idea of like, he'll be like, oh yeah, this job, 8 doors. Yeah. You're looking at around, it's going to be about $4,000. Yeah. You're looking at around $500 a door, because I got to come out, I got to kick them in, make sure they're level. Yeah. I'm looking at around $500 a door. Hey, I'm not joking. He just picks a price. And these dudes, when they say yes, he's shocked too. Trust me. He's shocked. He's like, hey, that dude said yeah. He's like, I got to go get this money. I'll be right back. And it probably takes him like a day or two to do it. And that's not long at all. $8 is nothing, by the way. I'm exaggerating, but he comes up with some crazy pricing just because. And I think like somebody asked him, because we were talking about it, and he's like, yeah, well, I'm not going to be working anymore. I can't really do anything, because his body's breaking down. Every construction guy's body breaks down. Like you can't throw a hammer around like you used to. And like right now, I can't throw a football. Like I honestly can't throw a football, guys. I am scheduled to play football next week, and nope, can't throw, because I can feel it in my elbow that when I was swinging an axe the other day, when I was chopping down the tree, I threw my elbow out. Something's wrong with my elbow. There's something going on in there. So it's just, you find out that your body might have limits to what you want to do, but your mind doesn't. So for me personally, I work so much, but it's more of a mental than a physical. So I'm going to be fine till I'm 70. I don't mind working one bit. That was my point. The point is that my folks taught me that they still have time to do what they want to do. But if I could ever be like my dad, where he just, he says, nah, I'm good. Because he knows he can't go out there. He can't be out there every day. There's no way. There's no way. So I'd rather him stay home and enjoy his time. And he's got plenty of time left. Hell, at 49, I wake up with stuff broke. Yeah. You need to go to the chiropractor. No, not for my elbow. My elbow, it hurt. You got to understand, I'm an athlete. So the amount of torque I was putting on my body just to crank out this tree, I was actually working harder than I should have, because the tree itself, the axe, can do the work. You just got to keep throwing it at the tree. You don't have to throw it hard. I was out there trying to be Paul Bunyan, but you just got to let the tool work for you. I've learned that a lot in my life, but that's not what was happening. Retiring is overrated. Absolutely. What are you going to do? How many vacations are you going to go on? Are you going to travel the whole time? Well, then buy an RV, sell your house, and roll around the country. And even then, I wouldn't do it, because my wife wouldn't do it. I think we have a pace that we like to keep. And I feel if you stop working, you're dying in a way. So you got to find a new hobby right away. My hobby is right in front of you. I love doing YouTube. I love coming out here, making a video every now and then, and just hanging out with you guys. That's my hobby. And I don't expect to get paid for my hobby. I don't. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I invest in the GameStop. That's my backbone. That's everything for my kids and me. And I have other investments, yes, but those are just locked in. Those are automatic. I don't have to do anything to them. I leave them alone. And then I just try to make as much money as I can. Because I ask you guys, how many of you guys would quit your job if you won the lottery? Everybody says they would. Everybody says they would quit their job and walk out if they won the lottery. Would you? Or would you try to grind to get more? Like, how much time are you wasting? Because for me personally, would I still do YouTube? Got to ask yourself that. Like, if you ever won the lottery or MOAS comes, right? Let's say MOAS comes and you make 10 times your annual salary on MOAS. You're going to make 10 years worth of annual income. What would you do? Would you still work? Would you still come to YouTube, Marantz? Yeah, I would still come to YouTube. But it would be a waste of your time because you're not going to make any money. Who cares? You're not going to make what you have in the bank. I don't care. We don't do it for those reasons. We do it to hang out and hang out with each other. So thank you so much, King Kong Downey. I'm around, man. Charlie Munger makes it work somehow. Man, he makes it work, and he's 98 years old. I changed the structure, but I'd still swing the hammer occasionally. Yeah. I'd invest in myself and work harder for myself. Good job, buddy. What if YouTube didn't exist? What would you do then? What I was doing before it existed. Be the best TFT player in the country. I play games. I play a lot of video games. And whoever called me out yesterday at 3,600 points on Hyper Roll, I went and played a game yesterday. Go look up my history. Not only did I win it, it was almost a perfect game. I was 16-0 that I won. And I'm about 5 games away from getting your 3,600. So fuck around and find out. I'm going to be free tonight because I don't work today, guys. I've been here with you all day. Yes, 98, still at it. I'm trying to tell you, be broke as fuck. Man, I got to start an OnlyFans. Why can't I be like Rico, just be a TikToker? My brother Rico is retired. He retired at the age of 39. Okay? You don't have to work another day in his life. My sister as well. 39, she retired. 38, she retired. She doesn't have to work another day in her life. Let me tell you, bros. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do. They're going to go crazy. And I'm just going to sit here grinding my life away. I don't mind one bit because I'm still hustling. I'm still getting ahead. Freedom 35. Man, they're going to be bored as F. Yeah, Stacks, I'm trying to tell you, there's only so many damn... Well, you can play Minesweeper and Solitaire, the two greatest computer games of all time. You can still play those. If I won the lottery, I'd make a poster that says, how much would you pay to see a billionaire's feet on a billboard? You think you're going to have $1 billion? Okay, P. Diddy. Hey, tell me why Puff Daddy has a song called Can't Stop, Won't Stop. P. Diddy might be the greatest. That's the song right now. I just heard it on the radio yesterday. I said, what is this shit? That guy's something different, bro. The more you find out about P. Diddy, the less you play his music. What do y'all think AMC will honestly go up to realistically? About $14. Crazy MFer. I think AMC will hit $14 on a squeeze. And that's if it ever squeezes again. But there's nothing that's going to get you there. There's no reason for AMC to ever be over $14. And I know that it's hard to understand or to admit, but the guys that you follow on YouTube, the guys that you watch on Twitter, if I say that backwards, please. The guys that you watch on YouTube and the guys that you follow on Twitter, they don't want to admit it. They don't understand it. It's not going to happen. And they want to tell me, like some guy texted me yesterday and was like, hey, Marantz, Fintel data tells me that AMC set up for a gamma squeeze right now. If it hits over $8, it's going to gamma ramp all the way through. And I said, okay. So $8 represents about, I think it's like 45,000 contracts, which is 4.5 million shares. It's something stupid. Maybe 70. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's 70. I mean, I could look it up for you. I don't just want to say it. I want to show you how ridiculous they sound. AMC. Or no, it's GME right here. This is how dumb they sound to me. Go to AMC. Here's the gamma ramp. It's right here. I could hit options. So your gamma ramp is here at about $10. If it were to hit $10 by Friday, which it won't. But if it hit 9 or 8, they're saying 8. There's so much open interest at 8. The problem with that is because they know that it's not going to get there. So even if it does, you get 73,000 contracts in the money. That represents 7.3 million shares. And they're not going to exercise all those because those are just hedging for the backside of their puts. Like it's ridiculous the way people don't understand how the options work. But even then, at 7.3 at 100% exercise rate, they exercise 100% of those contracts. Bro, 7.3 million shares is 1%, 1.5%. That's not a squeeze. It's not a gamma ramp. That's nothing. There's nothing behind AMC to make it move. Fundamentals took it out of the way. Adam Aaron diluted the stock itself. BlackRock sold off 40% of their stake. All the insiders sold off. There is no way. It's lunchtime, Rants. Well, hey, then you missed the show I just did because I had it going. So they're basically betting on a liquidation event. There is no such thing of that either. A liquidation event would be from $5 to $8. That's a 60% increase. That's where you take profits. And guess what just happened? It went from 507 to 835, a 60% increase, and they took profits, and now you're coming back down. It's diminished returns on the stock every pump. It's never going to be what you think it is. It is a pump and dump. I have said this for 2 years. I am not exaggerating. I am dead on the money on this. People don't want to believe it. People want to call me a shill, whatever. Okay, I'm a shill then, but I'm fucking right. Do that. It's terrible. What do you think will happen at GameStop? All right. I'm not mad at you, crazy MFer. I know that they don't tell you the truth. It's not rocket scientists. Exactly. As my father would tell you, don't make it a science project. Now. Oh, okay, cool. Then you're good. Yeah, you're good. You scalp spy. I mean, you're just an average day trader there. You're doing great. Crazy. I'm an investor. I don't do any of that. GameStop. Kitchen life. I think GameStop is life. I think GameStop will have a great earnings in the first or second week of December coming up. I'm going to try to stream it. I'm going to try to be here. I don't know what the hell's going on with my schedule, but I'm going to try to be here. All hell breaks loose. I think we'll be fine. I think we've been profitable. I think we've been cutting the fat. So then I also think that this Christmas right here in particular, while the economy is way down, I mean, trash in the grass, and we have one-time expenses already out of the books, I think that we're going to fall flat. I think it's going to be a flat number, which would then in turn be profitable, because being flat means that we beat the world. I mean, yes, we fell flat on our own numbers, but we're winning. And the reason why we'll fall flat is because inflation exists today, this quarter, in quarter four. It didn't exist last year in quarter four, not on the books. When you're dealing with inflation and annualizing on the numbers, you have to wait until the rates increased, until all the expenses increased. This is why it's so important that the Fed admit that inflation is here, it's not transitory, and that you start adjusting. You start the QE, the quantitative easing, per se. But you can't do it this way because they didn't start until March of 2022 instead of March of 2021. Or actually May of 2022. They didn't start until then. So year-to-year inflation is crazy, though. It's not crazy when you think about the fact that you're budgeting for a certain amount of expenses based off of the new inflationary number. So if you're budgeting for the next year, when you're writing the budget, these guys who do their fiscal budgets, they're smart guys. Monster Buddy, they're brilliant. They've already managed an event from 2014 all the way to 2018 at Chewy. They understand how to ride this wave. It's going to be awesome. Marantz is a sleeper shiller, bud spreader clown. Data zero. Yeah, I think GameStop's going to have a really good quarter 1, 2, and 3, all the way up to 4. I think they announced that they make the S&P 500 by 2024, and I think that is going to trigger Wall Street's mandatory buy-in via ETFs, mutual funds, index funds that trade off of the S&P 500. You're a part of about 102 ETFs right now in GameStop after they make their announcement, and you see the influx in volume. Because remember, 1% of volume, and look at the price right now. Look at the stock, how steady it is. But when you see an increase in volume because people have to buy in, one, they're all going to come rushing in, but they wouldn't come rushing in if we didn't split. The reason why we did the split is because the price is inviting. At $50 a share, at $100 a share, it's not so drastic because there's such a large amount of shares out there to buy. People will want to come in and buy large lots. And how are they going to get them? Well, they're going to get them from retail. Retail is going to sell their position on the way up, and institutions are going to get them. When institutions get these shares, institutions are going to be putting money into GameStop. That's how this all works. That's how stock market works, right? So stock market gives you an evaluation of your company. It's not necessarily your net worth. It's the evaluation of your company. It's a rating, basically. It's an agreement on stock price. But when Wall Street buys in, now they're in. And when Wall Street buys in, now you have backers, financial backers that are this is why they're called institutions, and they will hold the shares. So GameStop's going to come out and do two things. One, they're going to go ahead and give another split. That's one of two things they will do after they get into the S&P 500. The second thing is they're going to pay out a dividend. And when you start paying out a dividend, I don't care if it's 10 cents a share, 50 cents a share, and or whatever. Because they have cash on hand, that cash on hand you see, the $900 million that they are burning as put, is fine. Because you're going to be able to go all the way down around $300 million. And at $300 million, and they make a profit, what does it cost to give you a dollar dividend per share? I'm just asking. Cost you $300 million. Are you going to be making that much in profit? I think you will. I think you're going to be doing more than that. And I think that's how it's going to work out. They're going to balance growth, layered growth, and profits and dividends all in once. And I think it's all going to happen once you get into the S&P 500. And I think it's just a monster after that. And I think you can just keep rolling successive year. So if you're holding on to your shares at that point, like these institutions are going to be doing, they're going to have a reason to hold on to it. They're going to be booming. So that's what I think it is. Do you think inflation will go higher? What about hyperinflation? No, I don't think inflation is going to go that much higher. I think that it's already gone skyrocket now, but there's controls put in place for that. Said King of All Creation. That's the Trailer Park Boys beer, right? I have no idea. If I can't come back, I would like you and every one of your listeners to have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Likewise, sir, and I appreciate that. Hey, for those of you guys that don't know, you see Willie Bobo? That's my father. I've never told you guys, and maybe I have. That's my pops, man. That's old school right there. That's what we call him. We call him pops. We call him old school. You guys ever want to know where I'm cut from, the cloth I'm cut from, it's that dude right there. And he checks in every now and then. He checks in on me on the channel. And I appreciate you, pops. You know what's up. People don't know this. Growing up, my brother and I, we had a lot of uncles and aunts. We still do. We have a shit ton of them, man. My pops has like 12 brothers and sisters, 11. And yeah, I know you did. We all did. And when you broke down the Willie Bobo name, yeah, who's doing the Willie? I'm doing the Willie. That means you ain't doing shit. What are you doing over there? I'm just doing the Willie. Oh man, that means you're not doing a damn thing. You're just wasting time. So, but we have a lot of uncles and aunts growing up, and they all talk to each other. Like when they talked about my grandmother, they used to be like, "My mom said," but they would always say, "My mom, my dad." They would tell each other. They wouldn't say, "Dad said this" or "Mom said this." So when we're at home and I'm talking to my brothers and sisters, we heard all our aunts and uncles talking that way. And so my sister would walk up and she goes, "Hey, Dad said he wants you to clean the room," or "Dad said he wants to go cut the grass," like whatever, right? My other brother would be like, "Yeah, Dad said," my brother and I, my twin brother, me and Rico, would be like this. "Well, my dad said you got to go outside and do this." We would do it just like that. We would talk to each other the way our aunts and uncles talk. We mimic them every time. And even now when I talk, I don't know if my kids don't do it that way. My kids go, "Dad said, Mom said," but we say it like that. And somewhere down the road, at like 10 years old, we started calling our dad Pops. I don't know when. Hey, Pops. Hey, Pops. Come here, Pops. Like it was just, and I never stopped calling him Pops. So what's up, Pops? And not, "Hey, Willie." Hey, Willie. That's what they call him, Willie. Yeah, no. Yeah, much love to Pops. No, it's just one of those things. Whenever you see somebody not doing something, like they're just standing around bullshitting, you go, "Hey, man, what are you doing? You doing the Willie?" "Yeah, man, we just doing the Willie Bobo." That means you ain't doing shit. You're just wasting time. You're wasting money. And that's my dad came up with that phrase back in our football days. He'd be like, "What?" He's all, "When that player's over there," my dad was our coaches growing up, right? He's a damn good football coach. And he'd be like, "Hey, when the player's going over there and he's just doing the Willie, that's not what we're doing. You're not just doing the Willie." And I was like, what does he mean, the Willie? What is that? We had all these phrases in football. "Pardon me." What are you doing? "Pardon me" blocking? Like, pardon me. Go right by me. They call him the Northern Ryan of football. No hitters. He ain't tackling shit. They had a whole bunch of stuff, bro. I started around 11 and 12-ish calling my dad Pops. I knew we were brothers, Stacks. Keep it right. You too has a certain ideology norms you must adhere to. Thank you for your compliance. What's up, Willie? I had a friend in a wheelchair, and we gave him a nickname called Willie. That's fucked up, bro. That's ridiculous, man. What's next? You call him Lightning? I mean, what are you gonna call him? What's up? Roll along? That's just too much for me, bro. By the way, every time I see somebody in a wheelchair, you know what I think of? Every time I see somebody with a significant deficiency in their physical, first thing that comes to my mind, I go, "Damn, he gets a disability check. Shit, man, that guy's got money." That's what I always told my dad, I said, "Hey, Pops, why are these girls always with these dudes in the wheelchairs?" Growing up, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't figure it out. Like, "Pops, what is that girl pushing him around for?" And my dad goes like this, "He gets a check." I was like, "What?" Like, "Yeah, he gets a check. And he ain't going to go to the club with the check, not without somebody pushing him." And that was it. Yeah, you call him Wills. Yeah, he gets good parking. They call him Speed Racer. You guys are retarded, bro. Hey, yo, X. X gonna give it to you. You don't got only my X-Men people will know. What's up, Xavier? Wheelchair. Why the F you get closer? Four-wheeler. Now you guys are just retarded. I can't. This is what we hang out doing? It was like respect, but a little dig calling him old. Yeah, true. Absolutely. Much love to everyone. Yeah. I don't know about two. You spelled two wrong, but it's cool. My friend says Hot Wheels. That's gross. You could just roll all the way back to the store. Yeah, you could roll all the way to the back of the store. Anyway, it is 12:30, guys. I'm going to get out of here. DJ Willie. No, that's 9 a.m., bro. Don't do that shit. No. Bad blood with Ticketmaster. And the great war for Taylor Swift tickets. If you guys don't know, Ticketmaster had to shut down the website because Taylor Swift started selling tickets and ticket scalpers came and got them. Bro, these guys are ridiculous. That's it. But anyway, I got to get at you guys. You guys know I can play certain music on the channel. Everybody's against me. Calm down, YouTube. Calm down. But you know I got a track I like. So inspirational tracks, I play them every now and then. And I hope you guys like them. But other than that, appreciate your time and appreciate your energy. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop. GameStop. I'm going to see you around, millionaires. Peace.
They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that could make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I got all this potential that's deep inside of me, but they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the right thing. So get a good job, don't slack off. Wake up every morning, make a good impression on your boss. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do, and when you're making money, make sure you don't spend it too soon. Fuck that, I'll do what I wanna do. I got a different path from everyone and that includes you. Who are you to tell me how to live life? In these times it feels like nobody's right, yeah. So I'ma figure out what else we succeed, and then invest all of my time into that and proceed. I need whatever the hell could make me happy, and I don't think you have a clue what could that be. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. I think this life could be special if I get rid of the devils. They think that I am a rebel, I think they want me to settle. There's nobody on my level, they think that work is too stressful. I think that work is essential, the grind is all in your mental. And I don't think you understand what I'll go through just to be in control of my life soon. All the negativity, man, I'm immune. I don't really need a mask with all I've been through. I've been making changes for the ages. 5-10 year plans are contagious. I attack that shit, I'm tenacious. And if you ain't, get the fuck out of my way then. Got one life, I won't regret it. I will fight until I get it. I'll look back one day from heaven and say, damn, I learned some lessons. And say, damn, I have no questions. I had fun in every second, and the journey was a blessing, yeah. They tell me that I'm never gonna make it. They want me to do something that can make sense. They hate when I keep dreaming I'll be famous, but I don't give a fuck, I'ma keep chasing. They tell me